Hello and welcome to South Today. Coming up this lunchtime, the chair of the Infected Blood Inquiry says more people who lost loved ones should be entitled to compensation. Good afternoon, I'm Angana Gadgill. More people who lost loved ones as a result of the contaminated blood scandal should be entitled to compensation. Tens of thousands of people were infected with HIV and hepatitis between 1970 and 1991. And the chairman of the inquiry has published the recommendation ahead of the findings of the report this morning. Well, Tom Hepworth joins me now. So just how unusual is that, Tom?
Very, Angana. The Infected Blood Inquiry is the UK's biggest ever statutory inquiry, and it's looking at how people were given infected blood products over more than 2 decades, a scandal that's been called the worst treatment disaster in the history of the NHS. 1 in 3 of the victims were children, including those at Trelaws College near Alton in Hampshire. It had a specialist Hemophilia unit. 72 pupils treated there died after contracting HIV and hepatitis C. Now, last year, the inquiry recommended interim payments of £100,000 be made to the victims and bereaved partners. Today, the inquiry went further.
Today, I recommend that this compensation scheme should be set up now. It should begin work this year. I'm also recommending further interim compensation payments to recognise the deaths of people who have so far gone unrecognised.
So in effect, what that does is it broadens the scope of who's eligible for compensation to include parents who lost their children, children who were orphaned and people who contracted hepatitis B.
So what's the reaction been, Tom?
Well, extending the scope of compensation has been broadly welcomed, but speed is of the essence here. I think it's fair to say that many people feel they're living on borrowed time and have faced years of delays. But there is very real concern about how victims will be able to quantify their losses in financial terms and whether they'll be entitled to get legal help to do so.
Tom, thank you very much.